So moving next on, the trend is your friend and into remote closing. I watched some recent videos. You're working with a guy on that, and again, there's a guy I was explaining that works with me, and he's getting into this as well. Remote closing.
Yep.
He told me about it, but actually, when I started researching you for this podcast and watching that, it kind of clicked for me. Again, if you're an English teacher, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah.
You should be doing this. Can you talk? What is remote closing, and just take us through it?
Yeah. So basically, you're part of a sales team for a company. Typically, it's an online course, coach, or online school, or it could be a digital marketing agency, or it could be really any company who typically, they have a sales staff. So they're inbound leads, submit the form on their website, interested to learn more, book a call now. They need a sales team to take those calls. And so many companies, coaches, courses will have their sales team be remote. And so you basically apply for a sales job with that company, course, coach, whatever it may be, and you get the job, and you basically sync your calendar to their Calendly.
Yep.
And then you set your times of the day, however many blocks you want open, and all the inbound leads that come through their website or Facebook ad or whatever it may be get distributed amongst their sales team and just pops right into your calendar. So, I got a meeting today at 7 p.m. Okay, I'm going to be there. You take the inbound call with the client or with the interested customer, and if they sign up, then you get a 10% commission normally. And most typically these courses, programs, online schools, whatever, will be 5,000, 10,000, and so for one close, you can get $500. If it's 10K course, whatever, 1K. And so I think the post that you saw was kind of an overview of the interview I did with Marcus, who does this, is kind of explaining it. Like if you take...
Oh, there's about an hour video on YouTube.
Okay.
I watched the full thing, yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so my interview with Marcus, so he was actually a subscriber and came to Chiang Mai and actually took my Amazon FBA course, which is kind of cool, back in 2016. And then he pivoted into closing, started crushing it. And now he's a coach for closers. And so, and he was like, dude, one of your subscribers signed up and like, he's like crushing it, doing like 25K a month for like average the past 3 months. And I was like, oh shit. Like, and so that's what excites me is like, I get to help, other guys, other versions of me escape the rat race and figure out this remote work thing to unlock this digital nomad lifestyle, which is the fucking best. This is what it's about. It's about living life on your own schedule and being able to travel. This world is so fucking big and awesome. You need to travel, not just 2 weeks, like as long as you want. And so this remote closing thing is so cool. And I'm meeting more and more guys just like randomly around, like, oh yeah, I'm a remote closer for this company. Oh shit, I'm a remote closer, remote sales for this company. And so yeah, remote sales, guys.
Yeah, and some of the categories, so because people are probably going to ask, like, well, what do you mean by remote closing? So we're talking software, health, nutrition, wellness websites. Yeah. People, again, maybe selling FBA packages. Typically, what do you see in the remote sales world? SEO, marketing, website building, whatever.
Yeah, so Marcus says health, wealth, and relationships are like, people will always pay big money for those. And so Marcus says he works with some big names. And so maybe it's like a Tony Robbins type person. It could be a relationship course, how to get more dates. It could be a fitness course, how to get shredded. It could be a make money online course, an FBA, how to build your own Amazon business. And it could be like a 5K course, 10K course. It could be, $3,000 a month, for 6 months, whatever it may be. So those are the kind of the big categories: health and fitness, relationships, and wealth.
I'm going to look at this from like the business perspective and just try to understand how do I scale that so I don't need to be the individual. And correct me if I'm wrong, and feel free to interrupt along the way. I would assume that I need to get started as a remote closer. Well, where do I start? I probably need to build an Upwork profile as a freelancer, as a remote closer. Get a couple reviews. We can do that through friends, so we're not going to explain that. You'll figure it out.
Yep.
Get rolling. Now you got maybe 10 clients going, and you begin to outsource your own remote work to other people that are remote closers. And you can, I was discussing with Hans, it's not a pyramid scheme. It might look like that, but it's not.
It's a company. Yeah.
It's a company. It's a team. So what you're doing essentially at the end of the day is you're closing the deals to be the remote closer with the companies, but you can re-outsource that to someone within your team.
No. Okay.